Chief Research Officer, Invest Data, Ambrose Amodio, with me in the studio to do some analysis of some of the activities that went down at the Nigerian exchange yesterday. So, Mr. Ambrose, just go ahead with your submission.
Yeah, like I was saying, that the market is still on a positive sentiment and momentum. But at this point, market is at a critical point because market has formed what we call a double top in technical analysis. That means the market either will see a breakout today or a fake out. And that fake out means that the market might likely to pull back. And pull back, that means profit-taking activities has also been done on the market. And it's expected that when you see the market in the month of May, defying all the sell in May and come back in October, it tells you that there's some sentiment or kind of a change in the environment that pushed the market. And what is that? The positive reaction toward the statement of the president or the new president. And at the same time, market have been on trend because we have seen a lot of insider dealing. Directors of a company increasing their stake. That means that those company directors increase their stake. It means that there's something they are seeing that investors outside are not seeing. For that, that also is a motivator for others that are not in the company to buy more. You can see that volume has increased even because of what people are seeing activities in the market. It tells you that our market for the past almost 2020, from 2020 now to date, was in the market an uptrend. For me, at this point, the market is at a breakout or a fake out. Profit taking activity will be in place. But for investors that are designed, this is time for you to take profit and see where the market comes down. If you pull back, you are not losing because the market on the long run, what we call it, on the big trend, our market is still very, very strong. I mean, any pullback will give the market a more strength to break out the resistance level. For me, there's no cause to allow our market, and today being on the last trend of the week, I believe that profit taking will come because most time Fridays is the day profit taking. After we enter the market on Monday, Fridays, make money come out. But I believe that, yes, the new month is starting. I believe that the profit take today. But if not, next week, because in the month of June, in the history of our market, it's always a sell market. Okay. Because after we said the market are defied, sell in April, in May, to now go to June. That means now the market has gained positively in the month of May. Likely it's going to correct later in the month of June to usher investors opportunity to buy forward for the half-year earnings season ahead of in the month of July.
Okay, either a breakout or a fake out. I want to know. Tell me, Ambrose, how is the market reacting to the fierce subsidy removal saga going on in Nigeria? You know already that these are major factors that will cushion inflation to go up. And inflation is not good for the market either. So how is the market reacting? And what are the sentiments that we need to investors need to watch out for as we look at the policies of the government?
Actually, like you just said, the first subsidy will also trigger high prices of goods and services, which is going to impact inflation. But if you look at also company performance, there are some goods and services that whether the prices are high, investor or the consumers will still go for such goods. Yeah. As an investor now, you have to be designing which goods or services that I know whether there is hike in price, there will be demand. You know that utility is what you need. You need light. You need to make phone call. Whether the bank is burning, they need to go down and deposit your money. That means you should sit and say which sector benefit from this. Actually, like you just said, it's going to affect the economy generally, but there are some companies that will still do well. For me, exactly as we're looking forward to see the Q2 number or half-year number of this company. We now know which sector will survive. Already with the news of or the policy statement of the president, we saw that there are some major sectors that really rally. We saw the utility power, we saw oil, we saw banking, we saw also some services sector. Tell that these are where investors will be looking at this time. But for me, investors should not panic. I believe that if the president and his team can do the talk, not just saying, if you can see action or guidelines as how to implement it and make the economy better, I think this is just a little thing. We can always shake it out and continue. But let's see that this part we are taking us to the right way that Nigeria economy can compete with other economy in the world.
Okay, before we wrap up this segment now, let's look at the trading activities for this week. It has been on a positive trend. So what are your expectations? Do you foresee another a positive closing trade today? And then again, your projection, like you said, it's a new month of June. What should investors be looking at now?
For general month, I would say it's a mixed market. I think it's very dicey for the month. But for today, because we have seen the market on a critical level, I said that after this, almost a 5.22 gain on Tuesday, market has remained in that stage. The market is waiting for another breakout or pullback. And I believe that because it's just the last month of the quarter, we believe that the first two no weeks of this month, we expect to see market oscillating. This morning, I expect market to pull back, but I just say it's critical. It's either a breaker like I said, but for me, it's just for the market sentiment or market forces to determine where the market will go. But once you have made profit as an investor or trader, take your profit and come back when the market pull back. If market continue, taking profit does not mean that you are out of the market entirely. You can still come back with your money and enjoy the market. But at this critical point, you don't risk your money. You find a way to do. Let me take profit and see what the market will do on Monday.
Okay, now let me ask you this if I let you go now, finally. We are expecting the half-year report for the corporate organization. What are your expectations? Do you see a higher figure as we experienced last year, despite the volatile operating environment?
Yeah, I suppose we should see a higher figure, because if you look at the Purchasing Managers Index for the month of May, it's also better than April. I mean, it's the market is going, but only that I just said this June that we are seeing this fuel hike and all those stuff.
It's a rocky June.
There must be.
It's a rocky June.
But because now it's 1/2, we must see positive earnings from this company at the end of the quarter.
All right. Chief Research Officer, Invest Data and Consulting Limited, Ambrose Amodion, many thanks for being a part of the show and always making our time to do some in-depth analysis of the market. And the way you are always going about your analysis, I think I want to start investing in the Nigerian exchange.
And I look forward to see you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for your time. What's to come on the program this morning? The recent surge in the price of fuel across the country following the new administration move to remove fuel subsidy is set to worsen the standard of living condition in the country as households struggle to keep up with the rising cost of goods and services. Now the big question is, what is the way forward? We'll find out in a moment if you stay with us. This will lead to the first conversation on Business Breakers on iBrandTV.